Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Yarko. We're coming at you with another. Alright.
Yeah. Also, sound quality. I don't know how sound quality is because I'm using my earbuds right now.
It's good enough.
All right. As long as it's good enough, it's fine.
Give me just 1 second. Alright. We will crush them.
We will crush them.
Dude, I'm so excited. I watched a, wait, hold up. I meant to do this during the last VOD.
Oh my god.
I watched a Spylo VOD review of like a Master Zarya or something.
Yeah.
So, I've got so much more Zarya knowledge stored up. The fuck are you guys waiting for? Wait, what? This is
I
so
was waiting
weird.
for Jason to go into Sentry. Because he called that he wanted a Sentry engage. Or someone called it. I don't remember who.
Yeah,
That
I
was the
mean,
plan.
that should just be your default. That shouldn't be
Yeah,
something you guys have to stop and
I
wait
think
and
he
coordinate.
used Sentry. Or no, maybe he was chilling to get more HP.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like at this point, you guys should be grouped up, like either right here or right here, whichever way you decide you want to go. Like 10 seconds in, Jay's in position, ready to go. Sean isn't healing him because he's healing you, or looking in your direction, maybe healing Joe, whatever.
I was playing forward because I saw the pylon there and I wanted to break it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a, what, 13-second cooldown or something?
12 maybe.
12, whatever.
But like, it literally takes you guys an extra like 10 sec. You guys still aren't going. You guys should be going 10 seconds ago. You finally go. 10 seconds later. Alright, what are our thoughts on our two bubbles so far?
Not good. Actually, I won't say that. I won't say that. First bubble, I think, was okay, because I got some charge from it, but I wasn't able to maintain it at all.
How much charge did you get?
I got like 25 off of it.
The first bubble. The first bubble out here, yeah. This was a fine bubble.
This first bubble here, I think, was fine, because it made sure that Jason was fine when he was playing aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Charge, value-wise for charge, I didn't get anything, but it still made sure that Jason got as much value as he could, so I think it's fine. And Zarya had both her bubbles burned. Just absolutely massive.
Yeah, yours does too. Core difference being their Zarya is at 90 charge.
Yeah.
I feel like the second bubble was... The first bubble, I understand. You can make it later, but like it's fine. The second bubble, I think, is just really bad. What's the point of this bubble?
I think I just sort of panicked.
Is Bastion in any danger?
Absolutely not.
Is Bastion going to be aggressive with this?
Yes. Or, he won't be able to be aggressive because they're walled off in Hotel, so...
They're walled off, his turret literally just ended, and he can't see anyone, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if you didn't use that bubble, and you
I
just...
saved it.
And you just walked and took this space yourself?
Yeah. I could do that.
You certainly could. I'm honestly not too crazy about that bubble either.
Really?
What do you get out of it?
Making sure Jason stays alive.
Jason staying alive should be Jason's responsibility. Realistically, Jason's not in a great spot. But what if you weren't here? What if you were here? you could literally bubble yourself and just walk at this Alari. Or alternatively, walk out this Alari and then bubble yourself. Like, I think the bubble on the Bastion is, like, okay. But what is the value of this bubble? Not this one. This one.
This one? I don't know. I don't really get much out of it.
You don't get... What are the gains? You gain, like, 25 charge.
Yeah.
Maybe 30. And Bastion gains not dying. What is Sean up to at this moment? Sean has lamp and is staring at Bastion. Sean can take care of him. How long until Jay has turret again? Oh, he has turret right now, actually.
Yeah. But I remember Joe called for Bubble to play aggressive. So
he has turret right now. You have one bubble. But you guys are not ready to go with this turret. Right? Like,
yeah.
What if Jay was here and you had both your bubbles?
Then I would bubble Jason.
You'd bubble Jay and he would just eviscerate them.
Yeah.
But you guys aren't prepared for that. You use your bubbles almost just off cooldown. Again, this bubble is again super mid.
It's not the best.
It's super fucking mid. What if you hold on to the bubble? And maybe now you bubble him. Or like now you bubble him. Because like right now the Junkrat could just one-shot him. Junk is scared for some reason. Alright. This is something I told someone earlier. You should have 3 people on the payload. Not you, necessarily. I've told this to literally, like, everyone else I've bought it up to this point. Is you should have 3 people on the payload right now. As a Zarya, it makes a lot of sense for you to be pushing up, which is good.
Who do you think should be with me? Because
probably
personally,
Bap.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say the same thing as having Bap with me.
Yeah,
but
it just makes the most sense. Bastion's not gonna be too much. Bap can help you if you get into danger. But the core concept that I just want to bring up is like Peter and I just call it 2 corners. You might have heard him say that before. Is you have to be really fucking careful if you're ever more than 2 corners away from the payload.
And I'm 2 corners away.
You are 3 corners away. This is corner number 1. This is corner number 2. This is corner number 3.
Yeah. So I'm like,
if you are on corner number 1, what do the people on the payload have to do to help you? Literally nothing. They can play where they are and they can help you. If you are 1 corner away, they have to stretch over here and they can still support you from a distance.
Yeah.
If you are 3 corners away, these people have to
do.
Walk forward, walk around the corner, and now they're currently not pushing payload. And now they can watch you die because they're too late.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, again, right now, just spamming nades, whatever, it's fine. Makes sense. But you do not want to be holding too aggressively. Because, ideally, you have 2 people on the payload and only a Baptiste with you.
Okay.
Alright. Why are you reloading?
I don't. It's a habit. I'm trying to break it. It's a really bad habit, though. I have a habit with just pressing reload off cooldown. Or not off cooldown, I guess, but like I just have a habit of pressing reload a lot. I know I had bubble.
Yeah, you did have
Yeah,
bubble.
I did have bubble.
It's a good thing you shot your laser gun at the riptire. Yeah, that's really, really bad.
Yeah, I know.
You should have lived this, as well as Joe should have lived this. Leroy should have been the only person that died, in which case, this is still just a 5v4 fight with, or a 4v5 fight with all of your core players still alive, and you have a map window. This is a winnable fight if you press shift and Joe presses shift. But
Yeah.
is GG go next now? This is where Sean dies. Tragically.
And I somehow just keep 80 charge from this.
Yeah, we don't complain. We don't complain.
If I'm waiting for a fight, but they're still poking, like I'm gonna bubble myself for charge still.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, fair enough.
I like Zarya. She's such a fun hero.
Alright, what is important to note right now?
I have no bubbles.
You have no bubbles. Where did your bubbles go?
First one was there because I peeked the corner aggressively and a junk was spamming at me, so I maintained some charge. My second bubble was used there because I was below 150 HP or something. I think the junk just landed like 1 or 2 directs on me, and that caused me to panic.
The bubbles are used in logical situations. The problem is that you have to use the bubbles in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? At this point... What?
I was going to say, because I was trying to take space and play in that corner to try and prevent them from touching. By, like, just keeping that presence there. But...
the cart is really far away.
I know. Would it have been better for me just to play cart?
Well, at this point, like, here's the problem. The problem is that this fight is about to break out, and you don't have bubbles, right? So what do you, like, and why is that a bad thing?
Because then if a fight's about to break out and I have no bubbles, we can't play aggressively with Sentry.
You can't play aggressively with Sentry, and you also can't play defensively either, right?
So I
just don't have your utility.
Yeah.
Your only utility in that case is draw damage. Hold on, one more time.
Well,
at this
what
point,
I'm asking more so is like, at this point when they start walking, like instead of me holding the corner there, would it have been more beneficial for me just to play the payload?
I would say at this point, this is fine. At this point, this is fine. The bubble is forced. You now have no bubble, or you now only have one bubble. Run away back to the payload. You did it for about a second, and then you walked at the junk and took 250 damage. And now you're backing up. Your second bubble gets forced from, I don't even know what. Maybe an Alari headshot?
Maybe an Alari headshot.
Yeah, she body shot you once. But
it couldn't have been that, because I was at...
I don't know, Zarya shot you, Genji shot you, a lot of people shot you.
Okay, so 3 people shot me. I, getting on top of this payload sucked for me. Like, this is just a really bad fight.
When did you start fighting the Solari? At the
Right there.
30-minute mark.
The 30-minute mark?
Or the 3-minute mark. The 3-minute mark.
Yeah. And then when do I kill the Alari? Like, probably
God help us.
40?
God help us.
It takes me a very long time.
18
42.
seconds to kill an Alari.
When I'm at high charge.
Yeah. You're like full charge this whole time. That was it was a little rough, but fair enough. All right. This is partially on you, partially on Joe. But at this point, Bastion comes around the corner. And this Zarya is free. In an ideal world, you round this corner with a bubbled Bastion and a Mei wall gets put up right here. Zarya just dies.
Yes.
Joe is shooting the Zarya. Or not Joe. Jay is shooting the Zarya. Breaks a bubble. Is still shooting the Zarya.
Oh, and I
Breaks
could've
another
killed
bubble.
Her.
You
And
are
the
shooting
Lance
someone
was-
totally different.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
And
there's
then-
a jump trap.
And then you walk into a junk trap and take 1,000,000 damage. How low did that Zarya get?
Probably like 100. Yeah. I could have landed like a right click.
Yeah, like a single right click would have probably nearly killed her.
Yeah.
You definitely could have saved Sean. My
Yeah,
guess
I
is you
know
were
I
like,
could've.
I don't know, changing songs on Spotify.
I wasn't even using Spotify.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but you're not paying attention to the situation. They are throwing everything at Sean. And you are just not acknowledging him at all. You bubble yourself and get nothing with it. Literally no value out of that bubble. And now you
And then
die.
Yeah, I was just playing really dumb.
If you didn't waste your first bubble, you would have had a second one in that scenario and you wouldn't have died. Or if you used your first bubble and saved Sean, you would have a BAP alive to keep you alive. And that cost your team about 20 seconds. You're just so lucky. Leroy's not, though. Because your whole team walks into those. Always.
Walks into...
Junkrat traps.
Yeah.
Only reason you don't walk into this trap is because you get booped over it.
A right click would have killed her.
Yeah, maybe.
And I tried to bubble Jason there, but I couldn't get it off in time. It was too slow.
How much time do you have to react to this?
Like a second?
He is starting the word fire in the hole. 216. You have 2 full seconds to react to this. And you're still too late. I think you have a higher reaction time. I think if you went onto the fucking reactiontest.com or whatever the fuck it's called, I think your reaction time will be at least 200 milliseconds. Like, maximum.
Let me try it right now and see. So curiosity. When the roadbox turns green, click as quick as you can. Okay.
Human benchmark.
Okay, that's slow. Ooh, ooh. Okay. It's worse than you thought.
Alright, what is it?
283.
Oh, yikes. I just did mine and I got an average of 189.
Yeah, I have a really slow reaction time.
Alright.
I know.
Well, here's the thing, Jack. What was it, 280? Let's round that up to 300.
Yeah.
You had... What is that?
0.3 seconds?
You had like 6 to 7 times your reaction time of like flexibility to react to this tire.
Yeah, yeah. I think my thing was I was worried about pressing bubble too early, having it broken and then dying. But now that I think about it, bubble lasts, what, 2 seconds? So if I used it, he would have still gone for a large group of people and I would have gone charge off it and not died still.
Wait.
Ooh. Sean is an incredible support player. That man kept me alive for so long.
That's hilarious.
I will say I did have a question about we're not there yet. We're pretty far away, but I did have a question about round 3, whatever it was.
Your defense overtime?
Defense overtime when we got all flustered because I wasn't sure who to play.
Yeah, I got you.
In the scenario we were playing, and I wanted to like talk with you about like what should my mindset be in that scenario.
I got you. All right. What type of passive cues show up on your screen to tell you where the Hanzo is?
BAP is shooting high ground. There's a ping.
Yeah.
And yeah. Those are really the big ones.
Ultimately, they see 9, so yeah. There's not too much to take out of it. What the hell is this text? Anyways.
Yeah, I have a reload problem.
Yeah.
It's so bad. That was a really bad choice.
All right. Let me ask
There
you.
were a lot of bad choices in that fight.
Let me ask you.
Yes.
How often do you see teams come out that top left window?
Very rarely.
Very rarely. Fair enough.
It's like it's bad.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I would just say it's uncommon because it's out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, you see there's Zarya in this window. So that should tick something in your head saying they're going to come out this door, right?
Yes.
Simple. So, let me ask you. How would you ideally take this fight? Would you take it here? Would you let them rotate?
I would not. I
you-
shouldn't let them rotate, because if I let them rotate, they could get high ground, and then high ground against us wouldn't be beneficial, especially because they have a bastion.
Okay, so you would want to take the fight here?
I'd want to take the fight
Or
closer
here?
to prevent them from getting high ground. Not in the corridor because they have a Junkrat.
So like here?
Probably like over there. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
So why am I holding there? Is gonna be your next question.
Yeah, in parts. I don't know why you're holding S so much. That's the biggest thing. I don't know why you come around the side of the statue is more important. Because if you were here, you're ready to take this fight. When you're here, you don't even know when they're dropping. Right?
I think I really did because I saw Jason go into Sentry, and I was like, oh, he's going into Sentry. Let me bubble him.
You can stand here and bubble him.
Yeah.
Alright. Right. Let me pause. From this moment...
I can just bubble him right there and then maintain.
Yeah. So, from this moment, 255, until 253, that is a 2-second window where you don't know if they're dropping or not, because you aren't paying attention to the window. That is where the Zarya is. You know that's where they're coming from. A full 2 seconds is a massive amount of time. Their entire team could drop and be here already. Could drop and be here. What the fuck did I do? Their whole team could drop and be here already. Just in this transition of you coming over here. In which case, you miss your window to take the fight that you want to take. And that gives the Bastion high ground and a Junkrat spamming in a corridor or whatever. Right? And just like that, their team makes that transition. And you completely miss the opportunity. This isn't just a you thing. Your whole team, was unprepared. But holy shit. Right, but if you're planning to take the fight here, be ready to take the fight here. The further away you put yourself, the worse off it's going to be.
I don't like how I left Sean there.
Holy shit. There's a fucking Junkrat trap. Wait, what, here?
No. Go back like 10 seconds. There, right here. I see the BAP, and then
Bro, he's fucking RuPaul. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Alright. Because, I don't know. I was worried that, after that happened, I was like, oh shit, what if Sean lost?
If Sean lost, I would yell at him forever. And I would simply never allow him to say I'm RuPaul ever again. Because this is not a fair 1v1.
Bap has no burst and Sean has lamp.
I assume this guy doesn't have lamp either. He
Yeah,
has...
he's window.
Yeah, he has window, Sean has window. He's not going to
But-
solo window in a 1v1 where he's one shot. But you know what
never
else?
know.
Not only does Sean have lamp, Sean has a 225 HP bubble. This is
3
plenty.
effective health pools.
Sean could run at this guy and melee him 5 times and kill him. But it doesn't matter. Sean's RuPaul, so he hits his shots. I thought you were talking about not bubbling him to the Junkrat spam, but like,
No,
to that
no,
I don't
no,
really
that
care.
wasn't it.
What I do care about is not paying attention to the fucking Junkrat trap.
Listen, listen. Here's what's gonna happen: is I'm gonna say I hate Junkrat traps because I think they're really annoying and I don't like the amount of damage they do. And you're gonna just say look down more, and then we're gonna agree that that's the right answer, and we're just gonna move on. So, and what I shouldn't have done there is peek the window.
Yeah, it seems logical.
Yeah, because even then Jason said don't make the window, but I proceeded to just walk because I wanted to get to the statue.
You know
Can
what
I see
else?
Sean's point of view, actually?
Sean's point of view.
I want to see Sean's point of view doing this. Window comes out. He lamps me. And then I get burst.
You know what my least favorite part about this entire, like my biggest problem with this whole fight? You want to guess what it is?
Oh my god, I know what it is.
What is it?
I walked across when I could have just walked in hotel and walked back.
What the fuck? No.
Oh, no? Oh, I don't
No,
know. I
it
don't know.
happens. It happens so much earlier.
Like I walked in the Junkrat trap?
I'll pause it when I don't like it. I hate this.
You hate that grab?
I hate this grab.
Okay, you know, I can understand that. I can understand that.
The only source of follow-up you have is the Bastion ult. What if you grabbed here? Let them walk through the choke and put the grab here. Now, Sean can actually follow up. Let's say, see how like you missed the BAP in this grab? If their BAP wants to heal them, he has to expose himself. Or not heal them. Right? If he wants to lamp them, the lamp will be exposed to the entire team. Right? Like, I mean, look at Sean's POV during this grab, right? He's staring at this and being like, man, I'd love to be able to also shoot and like participate with the rest of my team. And what's Joe up to? I think he can kind of see it, but he has to peek the window, which is scary. But you also made a great point. Walking this way would be smart.
I could have just walked through hotel, yeah. I kind of forgot hotel existed, to be honest.
And, you know, not peeking a turreting Bastion would also be smart. And, you know, respecting the sheer double damage, dealing double damage.
Blizzard, like, honestly?
It was the only reason you guys didn't fall over there.
Yeah.
The window went hand in hand with it. I mean, as far as that last fight goes, Overwatch really is just a give and take of resources, right? Whichever team gets more value with those resources is going to be the team that wins, right? If both teams go in with, you know, a bubble Zarya Bastion, a bubble Bastion turret, and just blast into each other, if one team misses their shots and the other team hits their shots, the teams that hit their shot are going to win. But let's say the other team hits like 50% of their shots. The team that goes with a bubble Bastion hits 50% of their shots. And the other team doesn't do a bubble Bastion. It doesn't matter how many shots they're hitting. because they just aren't using their cooldowns. So back to that grab situation. Sean used window, and that's him expending a resource to win the fight. If the enemy Zarya didn't use grab, Sean's window alone would be enough. So the enemy Zarya used grab to turn the fight back in their favor. In which case, their team was gonna win. So Joe used his Blizzard to counteract their utility to give our team a leg up once again. Like, if any one of those ults weren't used, another one wasn't going to be needed. This is really funny.
I was like...
Watch this.
How close was I?
You see this?
Yeah?
Watch what happens.
It boops him forward instead of hitting him.
Well, I mean, it still hit him for, 50, 60, 70
It does
damage.
splash damage. I mean a direct, because a direct would have done more damage.
Yeah. Right, how low was it?
Probably really low. He had no read. Let's just see. I want to see how much health he had. 130. 79.
It was that burst of damage. I don't know what it was.
I think it was it might have been something Sean did.
$160 to $70. So you hit him for like 90 damage with that right click.
But that couldn't have been a... No way that was a direct.
I'll take your word for it.
Because...
Did you see this one?
See which one?
This is really funny.
Oh no, don't tell me.
See, a better Zarya would do a full 180, but clearly you don't care about your Lucio. It boops him back into main, and he gets hit by the enemy.
I care about Leroy so much, okay?
Dude, I forget how large the AoE of those right clicks are. Like, that's huge.
Massive.
Anyways, where are you?
I think you just decided to die cart. Yeah.
I think you don't decide to deck cart.
No, I can understand why you say that. Because they use bubbles.
No, because you never touch the cart.
Really?
Look at you see where it says 4 with the arrows at the top?
Yeah.
At no point do
yeah.
you touch the payload.
Yeah, okay. And I also shouldn't have used bubbles if we were going to lose fast.
No, you absolutely should use bubbles.
Really?
You should step onto the payload. If you are on defense, there is one goal. The only goal is to delay as long as possible.
Okay.
Time is the objective of escort maps. And when you have control of the objective, that is time burning off the enemy team. Right? So take, in this scenario, you step onto payload right here, use both your bubbles, and stall for 3 seconds. Let's say 5, because that's a nice even number. Now the payload is here, and they have 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock, and your whole team is dead and resetting back in spawn. The alternative is you don't contest the payload, and you also die in 5 seconds. The difference is that the payload is here now, instead of back here. That seems like a really small difference, right?
Yeah.
It's practically negligible, right?
Yeah.
That's the difference from the payload being like here and the payload being here. Or the payload being here or the payload being here. Those are drastic differences when you're coming back for re-engaging fights. Like, here, I'm just going to speed through. You die. Your team staggers a lot. If everyone died on payload, it would be right here with all round up to, say, 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Instead, everyone ran away and died and trickled. So the payload is a full street, like a full corner further forward. Now, how far does it get before you guys are ready to re-engage? Alright, it's around this point where you guys are ready to re-engage. The cart is here, which is one of the most awkward places to engage into a fight. The payload would literally be right here if your team just died on point. In which case, you would have full control of this corner. You guys could set up and take a clean engage on the street.
Yeah.
Massive difference. Massive fucking difference. Alright. What's our thoughts on that?
I probably shouldn't have done that.
Probably not. Probably not.
Respect the window.
Yeah, remember, what was it? Saturday? Maybe it was Thursday. When you went for a Junker Queen ult into a BAP window and just fell over?
Yeah, I do remember that.
You know how much damage is amplified through a Baptiste window?
It's all doubled.
Everything is doubled. Let me press F4. You just fall over. I bet their BAP shoots you too.
He almost definitely does.
Wow, that's really bad aim. But he shoots you a couple times. I was talking to Joe about this too. Blizzard is 10 times better into a window than Grav is. Unless your team is like fully prepared in a position that you can push past the window, like Grav is just way worse. Why is Blizzard so good into window to fight against window?
Because it freezes them in place, so they either have to move out of LOS at the window and not get value from it, or they try and use the window in the small time frame they have before getting frozen, but then they get frozen and they won't be able to shoot through window and then they die.
Versus Grav.
Grav will pull them all into the area, depending where I shoot it, it'll most likely pull them all into an area where they have very good access to the window, which means no follow-up potential.
They have access to the window, which means it does not negate their window at all, and they still get 100% value of it. Right? Watch this from Joe's perspective. What if right here, he just popped around this corner and threw the Blizzard down? Everyone in... Pretty much everything on my screen right now would be encompassed by the Blizzard. Which means they would... Most likely, all of them would be frozen. Honestly, that is the most likely scenario. Is like... Either 4 or 3 of them get frozen here. In which case, again, they get nothing from this window. Right? Window is just wasted. He could honestly still Blizzard on top of the Grav, and that would guarantee all of them being frozen and the whole team winning this fight. Your Zarya fell over. The ultimate was saved. GG go next. What? How does Spilo put it? I'm trying to remember. There, like he. I said at the start. I watched a Spilo Zarya VOD.
Yeah.
I might send it to you just because, but it's
That'd be
on
nice.
it's on his second channel. He posted it within the last couple days, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I thought about doing another Spylo VOD recently, but I don't know.
yeah, the thing about that is like there are so many free VODs that he posts on his second channel that can give you so much of the same information. But like essentially what he says is like, so why do you use a bubble? Let me ask you that. Why do you use a bubble?
Can you replay the fight?
No, just like in general. Why do you use a bubble? What's the point of
just
using a
generally,
bubble?
why do I use a bubble? Oh, okay. I use a bubble to either protect someone when they are engaging, or no, yeah, I use it to protect someone offensively or defensively.
Okay, let's focus on offensively.
Okay.
What's the point of what do you get out of bubbling someone offensively? What does the team get?
The team gets value because they either shoot the bubble and then I get charged, or they don't shoot the bubble and the person who I'm bubbling is free to do whatever they want.
How does giving you charge benefit the team?
Because then I can deal more damage.
What does dealing damage? How does dealing more damage benefit the team? What does it force the other team to do?
It forces them to back.
Yeah, either like die or concede space.
Yeah.
All right. So ultimately, for offensive purposes, bubbling is to take space.
Yes.
All right. So, and defensive purposes are obvious, save someone, whatever. Are you taking space with this bubble?
Nope.
What are you doing with this bubble?
I walk forward, get shot at while I'm in wide open territory, and I proceed to back immediately.
So, if anything, this bubble is for building charge.
Yeah.
What's the problem with
Nobody's here with me.
nobody's here with you? If all of these people were in spawn right now,
I'd
the
be
bubble,
feeding.
well, yeah, you'd be feeding, but the bubble on its own would be okay. Why would the bubble be okay?
Because nobody's with me. So it's
Why would fishing for energy right now be okay? Or sorry, why would fishing for energy while your whole team is in spawn be okay versus right now?
because if I fish for energy right now and I'm able to live, then it means I have energy for the next engage, and I can use my bubble on someone else to get them value while I still have value.
I might have misspoken. Let me reword this.
Yeah.
If your whole team is in spawn,
Yes.
fishing for energy is good and logical. What's the difference between your whole team being in spawn and you using a bubble versus your whole team being alive, ready to take the fight? That's a keyword, and you fishing for energy with a bubble.
Is that we can take a fight with bubble.
What are you
But
missing
if
right
not-
now?
A bubble.
You're missing a bubble.
Yes.
If you fished for energy while your whole team's in spawn, that bubble will be recharging. Right? Obvious.
Yeah.
But right now, you're fishing for energy while your team is ready to take that fight. So you only have one bubble. If you had both bubbles while your team was walking forward and being aggressive, right, using your bubble to take the space,
Yeah.
you can get a lot more out of it. Right? Right, so boom. Perfect. Great. Great bubble. Your whole team should be walking with that bubble. Bubble comes out. Jason holds S. Your whole team should be holding W when you have this bubble, right? Taking space. But the issue is that you only have the one bubble. You can't hold S, or you can't hold W, because the other bubble is still on cooldown. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, you can walk forward now because it's about to come off cooldown. Tragic, Leroy.
I see what happened with that. I never saw what happened.
I got you.
So
Olari boops. He gets the kill.
Oh no.
No, he's fine. He's wall riding.
Yeah.
He's wall riding? Yeah, he was saying.
There's a solution for this. There's a solution for this. You see that? Okay. You see that? You see that little pillar? Yeah.
Wall ride from here up onto this wall and.
Yeah.
Scoot.
Just do the rollout.
Scoot all the way around up to here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do the rollout, Leroy.
Just do the rollout, Leroy. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, the funniest part is he said he was just spamming every button on his keyboard at this point. And if he used his sound barrier while he was like right here,
he has a chance of living.
Theoretically, he has a chance of living. Because he jumps up, this couple feet. But he's a little bit shallow.
He's a little short.
All right. Anyways,
so
Trueblade's feeding right now.
Oh yeah, I'm feeding.
Oh wait, you actually weren't. Yippee!
Yippee! Window, I gotta respect it. I call for a fullback.
Wait, did you lose
Except
anyone?
that was just... No, we were all alive. And then we're just standing there.
Yeah, this is kind of just really awkward.
I'm not sure what the correct what thing to do here is, because I like the back. I like how we back.
As far as coordinated disengages go, this is one of the most successfully executed one the team has ever done. I'll say that first off. Although in this situation, I don't think backing is the right call. On paper, looking at it with the hand of God, the right call in this situation would be to toss a Blizzard out. Right? Same as before. They window, you Blizzard, their window gets no value, and you'll probably get a couple kills off of it. Right? Yeah. You toss this Blizzard down, land it right here, their whole team is frozen. Or they have to walk past the window and don't get value from it.
Okay.
On paper, that's probably the right call. Based on your team's positioning, like Joe on his own can just kind of I'll say improvise, I guess. Can recognize that as the play that you can make is toss that Blizzard out.
Yeah.
This disengage though is decently executed. So this is another thing. This ties back into the whole payload progress conversation, right? Let's say you threw Blizzard out and you won the fight here right now. That'd be good, obviously. Spoiler alert, you do end up winning this fight. But what happens?
We force Grav and Bastional.
Lots of ults come out.
But our window is forced and our lamp is forced. And our Blizzard. And I die. Joe just gets to. Oh, but they can win. Oh, but we get an.
You
Here's the thing that I didn't like is that I was so close to grab, right? I was so close to grab. I was like 80, 70, yeah, basically 80. And then I'm thinking to myself, oh no, we might lose this. And I swapped Doomfist because I'm thinking to myself, I thought the payload was closer than it was. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta go for touch. So I was like, okay, Doomfist.
logical.
Logical. And then I see Jason get the kill, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta swap back. But I couldn't press in time, and then I got Doomfist. And then yeah.
Fair enough.
So I lost my grab, which I really didn't like.
Yeah, it happens.
Because if I had grab, we could have done so much better.
Yeah. You know what else though? You kind of sort of brought it up. So I'll ask you to re-say what you said. Why did you switch to Doomfist?
Because I thought the payload was closer than it was. I need to go for touch, and Doomfist, all of the tanks that can go for a fast touch.
Yeah, Doom.
It's really
yeah.
just Doom.
You swap to Doom
Diva.
for stall, right?
Yeah.
You swap to Doom to stall because you think they're about to win because the
Yeah.
payload is so close, right? Now backtrack. What is it that wins you guys this fight? Blizzard.
Blizzard?
Absolutely wins you this fight. Freezes their two most important characters, and they both die, right? Beautiful, great.
Yeah.
See where the payload is? All right,
Yeah.
just remember this in your mind.
Okay.
What if you go for a Blizzard right now and win the fight?
It'd be pretty good because the payload's much further back.
Drastically further back.
It's to the corner.
They use one ultimate and push the payload down this whole section. They push it here.
Wait,
they use these ultimates.
These 3 ults that fight.
They used one ultimate to take complete map control. They just use window and gain complete control of the entire objective. And this is one of the most awkward positions you can possibly be in the entire map, especially for the comp you guys are running.
I don't know. I just got really like. I was mad about my Doom swap because after it happened I was like fuck. Because if I kept it, or if I was able to like, if I had what was it? If I hadn't have swapped and recognized how close we were, I would have been able to get my grab, and then we could have grabbed Bastion ult.
Well, the good news is you feed regardless. Alright. Why are you dead? You not having grab isn't what makes or breaks this fight. I'll simply tell that.
But it could aid us.
Oh, yeah, of course. Zarya being alive could also aid your team.
Yeah.
Alright. What do you get out of this first bubble?
Charge.
A little bit of charge.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else?
No, it's just kind of for initial charge. But I can't really do initial charge if the fight is happening.
I mean,
So yeah.
you could just have your team be prepared for an engagement. Like, what if your team is just sitting right here and Joe walks around, walls the Zarya, and you bubble your Bastion and just kill the Zarya? Like on paper, that is all it takes for you to win every fight. Like, every single fight, their team is playing so split. If your team plays around Maywall properly, every fight will just be free. May walls, Bastion goes turret, you blow up the Zarya. Because this team is not in a position where they can realistically help the Zarya for, 2 seconds. Bap is going to have to, jump up and maybe throw a lamp. Bastion will try and break the ice wall. Right? But Like, you can just
Oh my god.
bubble Bastion and do an actual engage. Because what's the other thing? What do you gain when you bubble a Bastion? You gain space, right?
Yeah.
If there's a bubbled Bastion in front of the enemy team, they're gonna die or run
They're
away.
gonna concede space.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, use all of their cooldowns to not die. In which case, you're just, as a team, have a massive advantage. Right? That bubble also, what's the point of it?
I saw Joe walking, and I instinctively was just like, "Oh shit!" I saw he was a little low, but I just instinctively was like, "Oh god."
This guy
I didn't know
has,
he was going for a fall.
he has a full 200 HP.
Yeah.
The wall is off by just a little bit.
It was not a good bubble.
Yeah,
to release.
it's a very bad bubble. Because
And then I have no bubbles. And
you
then...
have no bubbles. And you're also in the middle of Narnia. With literally 3 people shooting at you from the sky. A turret Gosh. A turret bastion.
Bless you?
Alright. An Alari shooting at you from the sky. A BAP would be shooting at you from the sky. A Sojourn shooting at you from the sky. A turret bastion shooting at you from the ground. And a nicely charged Zarya shooting at you from the ground. Literally 5 people shooting at you from 5 different angles.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. If you had a bubble, you'd be able to live. Or if you went for a proper engage, 10 seconds earlier with your Bastion, you wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Yeah.
You fell over. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, wait, you're already dead.
Yeah, I was...
I mean, I'm not gonna go too crazy about this because it's just like a panicked overtime situation. I
probably could have just gone on Sojourn first instead of slamming in.
You can do that. As the other concept to remember is, again, the game's about time. What happens if you stall them for another 31 seconds?
They wouldn't be able to have an attack.
They wouldn't have an attack.
Meaning that the only scenario that could happen is we either draw or we win.
Exactly. So, what's the easiest way to ensure that? There are 2 easy ways. Number 1 is kill their whole team.
Kill their whole team, or we stall, or we delay touching point. Which, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but like one person touches, then when they die, another person goes.
Yeah,
and then another person goes, and cycle touches? I'm not sure what the right
cycle.
word is.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing right now?
No, I just went in. I said fuck in, I just pressed shift.
You jumped in and fell over. Meanwhile, Joe has been contesting cart the whole time. Sean did the exact same thing. And by this point, you have no one alive to get value with the Bastion ult. They walk in. You could have waited until
Right there.
right now. You could jump in and, like, I don't know, kill BAP and block. And then, who knows? Realistically, their whole team's alive. So, it's unlikely. But maybe. Alright. This is it, right?
Yeah, it's not it right now. I know I did something weird that I wanted to ask you about, if it was a good play or not. Which I'm not sure if you saw. You have most certainly seen it, because you've bought this 2 times already. Bad bubble. I mean, I guess it's okay.
It's
I have 40
okay.
charge.
Why is it okay?
Because
God, I
the fight
fucking
really
hate this
hasn't
so
like
much.
started yet in a sense. Like they're just kind of poking, and like we're just kind of waiting to see what we want to do and such.
They
Because we're
use
getting a
Bastion turret, right? And that is
yeah, yeah,
the core engagement tool of their team.
yeah.
And what's the cooldown on it? Like 10 seconds? 10 seconds. Which is the same cooldown as your bubble. So by the time they have like a real actual engagement, you'll be ready for it. Wait. Wait, what? Oh no, you did use both bubbles.
Yeah,
Not a fan of this bubble.
I'm not a fan of it either
Why am I not a fan of this?
because it gets absolutely no value. Doesn't have an LOS of anyone, and because he doesn't have an LOS of anyone, nobody's shooting him. We get no value either way. I think the thing that like would have made it a little better is if he wasn't knocked out of the way by the Bastion thing, because then he could have maybe peeked and poked at that Mercy Aura.
On its own, the turret gets very little value. The biggest problem, and this is more of a J thing than a U thing, but it's a team thing as a whole, is that he goes in. Wait, did I? Okay. Like, he uses turret, but it's not doing anything, right? He's just shooting at the choke with the turret.
Yeah.
What if, I don't know, what if he was here and you coordinated a bubble bastion to shoot the Pharah? Easy.
Then it'd be much better.
Pharah dies. Or what if you held onto it for like, right, 3 seconds ago and Joe hit the big wall. Boom. You get value with it. Or like, I mean, he dies right now, but like, what if you went for a bubble bastion play right now, rounded this corner and blew up the Zarya? Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the core win condition of this composition, and there are just way too many times where you guys are completely ignoring it. This bubble is a lot better, obviously, because Joe was in Narnia.
Yeah.
But my biggest problem in general is how split you guys are. Joe hits a alright wall. If you guys were all stacked right here, you win this fight. You already win the first fight if you guys are stacked right here. But this is a miscommunication thing. The 4 of you back off and play behind the hotel to just create a wall of separation between the Pharah and your team, which is good and logical. Joe is here playing the choke because he wants to hit a good wall, which is good and logical. The issue is the miscommunication. If both of you did either option, or if all of you did either option, you guys won't have any issues. But Joe wastes his wall, uses bubble, uses lamp, and now you're down a lot of your key resources as the enemy team is just shooting.
Yeah.
Again, not a great bubble. I mean, like, it kind of is, but then you don't get anything with it. You bubble as if you're going to run on this Bastion. You then don't run on this Bastion. You could have killed him. You could have just walked at him. Let me go back to it.
I saw him.
Right?
Yeah, I could have walked at him.
You bubble and just keep beaming him.
Yeah.
And he dies. Like, if you communicate with your team, like, go on Bastion Hotel, first of all, your whole team's like, oh, Hotel, that is safe from the Pharah. I'll go there. And also, you'll kill the biggest threat on their team.
Is the Bastion the biggest threat, or could you argue that Pharmacy is the biggest threat?
I mean, you could make the argument. I'd say the Bastion is the biggest single threat. The Pharmacy as a duo is scary, but I mean, yeah. Like if you don't pay attention to a Bastion cooldown, that could be fight changing. If you don't pay attention to a pharmacy, that could be fight changing. If there's a Pharah on her own, not gonna get as much done because one burst from Sean and now she's scared for her life.
Okay.
And then you guys fall over here. This is funny as fuck.
Blind Bastion.
Yeah, really, really.
Okay, so here's my thing, right? Jason says that he's swapping to Echo, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then Leroy swaps Mercy, and Sean's on Kiriko, and Joe's on Joe is on Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that right now Zarya is a good pick.
I think, first of all, Bastion, like this comp you're on, or this comp you're on with the Baptiste,
Yeah.
this comp can handle the pharmacy. You have a Bastion, you can bubble the Bastion and blow them up. You have a Baptiste, which is a lot of pressure. You nearly killed the pharmacy on your own as a Zarya, right? Like, this composition can handle a pharmacy, especially on a map like this. There aren't a ton of angles. It's a decently low skybox. Right? It can work.
Yeah.
You guys lost one single fight, and as a team, you guys kind of freaked out. If you wanted to switch Echo, you could. I would still keep the Baptiste and the Zarya and the Mei, because they're just so good on this map.
Okay.
Yeah. Sean swapped Kiriko because of something Arlo said, but it was drastically different context at the time. So it...
Okay. But looking at the comp we have, if we're keeping... Because I think Joe stays on Mei.
Yeah, I think you win before he ever switches.
I don't... Yeah, no, I think he does stay on Mei. So with this, with the Kiriko, the Echo, and the Mercy swap, is it viable for me to stay on Zarya with this comp that we're running, regardless of, like, if we didn't play this, we could play this. Like, with this comp we're playing right now...
With what you have right now, is
would
Zarya...
would Zarya be the best pick that I could stay, or would there have been a better tank that I could play here that would coordinate better with my team as well as work well into the enemy team? Because, like, the only thing I could think of that might do something is, like, Sigma.
I mean, Sig would be fine. Arlo's been
Like-
saying Sig's pretty good in the meta right now, too. But I think, like, JQ is RA. Like, really, what are the most important things to remember when you're picking a tank? Like, what are the things to consider?
What is the enemy team playing?
Mm-hmm.
What are we playing?
Mm-hmm.
And what is the map favor?
Yeah.
So like, we have Echo Mercy, so, like, I could play something that, like, I didn't want to go dive because I have a Bastion, and Bastion would just blow up every dive character.
I disagree. Not all of them.
Okay, he wouldn't blow up. Winston wouldn't work. Wrecking Ball is bad. Doomfist wouldn't work. And if I picked Doomfist for any scenario that wasn't stall, Arlo would beat the shit out of me. Diva could work, but I was a little afraid of the Zarya with her charge. Sigma could work.
Why? Let me ask you. Why is Winston bad into Bastion?
Because as soon as I dive, Bastion just goes sentry and burns me.
Okay.
And his health pool is also especially because he has armor. It's very hard for Bastion or for Winston to deal with a Bastion. It's very hard to whittle him down.
What if you simply either baited out the turret form by, I don't know, like holding a corner, having him come around and turreting and jumping away, and then going back in when the turret form's over, or jumping him with a Suzu, or, you know, something like that, and just bubble dancing. Or, I don't know, if you were on Doomfist, you know, like punching him during his turret form so he can't shoot you. I'm kind of theory crafting to an extent, but
I understand.
like
Bastion, I don't know.
Bastion turret is really good against Winston.
Yes.
Outside of turret, Winston is really good into Bastion, because
really
Bastion can't, you know, he can't get away from a Winston. Like, yeah, of all of the DPS, Bastion is a harder one to dive by him just standing still, because he has the higher health pool and all. But, like, you know, like, the biggest thing that makes Bastion hard to dive is the turret form. Bastion without turret is a lot less threatening.
Yeah. I think I also just, like, generally panicked because I saw Jason, because Jason, I could tell, was committed to going Echo and the Echo Mercy, so I thought to myself, okay, I don't think I should really try and sway him off the Echo because he's going to want to play it.
Yeah.
So I just panicked as to, like, okay, what could I play here? Because I think I said, like, oh, I'm going to go JQ, but then I missed the spawn. And then I died, but I was close to grab, so I was like, I'll just stay Zarya. But I wasn't a fan of it.
I think you swapped JQ at some point, but it might have been too late.
I don't think I do.
Well, we'll see. But back to the Zarya. I think I will say, the last thing. I think JQ is also a totally fine choice. Okay. But again, why is JQ, like, what makes JQ struggle into Bastion? All the same reasons, right? If you're playing JQ and you try running at a Bastion, but he's turret form, you'll just fall over all the same.
Yeah.
If you run at him when he doesn't have turret form, massive difference. You're now threatening to him. Alright, this is bad. This is really bad. You see the Pharah flying overhead.
Yeah.
Right? You recognize the Pharah is flying overhead. And this is what you do for the next 5 seconds. Waste your bubble, and then die to Pharah.
Yeah. Maybe I do swap JQ. I don't know. I died. I was halfway to grab. Yeah, I do swap JQ, okay. I wasn't sure if I swapped or not.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, I think JQ's a fine swap with the rest of the swaps that your team's made. And y'all just press Q and win. Easy.
Yeah.
Alright. What is different now? It's very obvious.
We have Symmetra.
You have Symmetra. How is Symmetra different than Mei? It's
Symmetra like, needs to play to build charge, and by building charge, and only by building charge, can we like actually do something with Sim.
Well, I mean, you're also doing something right now you couldn't do. Right, so
I
Sim...
We rotate really hard.
Sim gives you great repositioning ability, and just raw frontline damage and drawn out fights. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Is Lucio falling? Is he gonna stop falling?
I don't know. We can wait and find out. I don't got somewhere to be if you don't got somewhere to be.
The fuck?
Nope. Nobody else is moving.
I think his foot stopped going down.
Is he just gonna compress onto himself?
Bro, I have no idea. What the fuck?
Is he going down?
This is,
This is quality gameplay. I can't tell.
No, his foot stopped going down.
But there's still those black strings that are... I don't
Yeah.
even know what those are.
Gives me, like, Black Clover vibes. You ever watch
I
that
feel
show?
like Lucio's
That's
being
what I was thinking.
I feel like Lucio's just being like puppeted right now.
Dude,
Like,
he's starting to, he's summoning his demon form right now.
I feel like Leroy is just
Seriously.
like
All
when
right.
I look at that photo, I think Leroy's like the puppet master for Lucio. Something, I don't know.
Alright. Something really bad is about to happen. I want you to tell me what it is. Ready? Can you tell me what bad thing just happened?
I bubbled Bastion when he went into Sentry.
Well, watch it.
Is that the bad thing?
No, that's not bad at all.
Is it that we didn't turn on someone behind us?
Nope.
Is it that I didn't go first?
Symmetric goes out. Bastion goes out. Lucio Baptiste go out. Zarya waits. And then Zarya goes out. Why are you the last person on your team to go out? That doesn't make sense. If you're coordinating that, like, you're gonna bubble someone, maybe that person goes out before you. But
I want to see it from my point of view.
yeah, we'll watch it.
I'm probably waiting. Like, hey, do you have Sentry? Okay, a few seconds. Go, 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 go. Okay, I don't know why I paused then. That was just
The other thing is, I don't know why Sean went out. Sean, I don't know if I watched this really from your perspective. Yeah, if anyone delays, Sean should delay.
Sean can get a lot of value from being on the high ground still.
Yeah, also, he doesn't want to be the first one into battle. Easy.
Okay, I have a really dumb question now.
What's up?
Because I could have sworn that we played Kings Row one day, and I thought it was during the match. It might have been during a scrim, but one of the teams we were facing was playing Pharah, and they were playing Pharmacy specifically, and I grabbed the Pharmacy on first point against the wall, and I thought that was in the match.
No.
No?
Maybe a scrim?
Wasn't
Maybe
that?
it was
that
ranked?
was the game.
It's been a while since we've seen Pharmacy on
Game
Kings Row.
2. Maybe it was Kings Row. Maybe it was our...
I don't think he played Kings in the first match.
Oh, maybe it was... No, it wasn't. Sounds like rude. Nepal, sounds like Kings Row circuits of us. I didn't play Kings Row though. I don't know.
Alright. On a macro level, starting from right here, right, right here. Starting from here, Sean uses window. On a macro sense of winning an overtime push, why is the way you use your ultimates bad?
Because we're using our ultimate in, like, we've already won the fight. And we shouldn't be using window when we don't need to.
Right. So that
Like-
that window
Didn't get any value whatsoever.
doesn't get any value. In a normal sense, it's not a bad window, but in overtime, it's not great. Right?
Wait, you talking about my window?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
If it weren't overtime, I think it'd be like fine, because I mean it's window. You're literally 60% to another window, so like it in any other situation it wouldn't matter. And Jay is about to go for a sim wall. I think this sim wall is really good. I think it's almost perfect, to be honest. I think if it was angled just slightly more, it would literally be perfect. And I think the use of it is really good too. Because what do you guys get out of the sim wall?
Space.
You get a shitload of space.
Yeah.
You just nearly don't follow up on any kills. Which I don't fully know why. Like, this Zarya lives.
I think it's because I shot the pylon for a second, but like.
No, you guys stop. I don't know why you stop. Again, you'd probably keep going if the sim wall was just a hair better. Like, if the sim wall went here, this whole space would be cut in half again. But, I mean, as is, right? They back up. Look where they back up. They all back up around the sim wall still. So you you can keep walking and take this space. Now the Bastion ult gets practically no value.
Yeah. I remember you telling Joe about this.
And there's that whole situation. The Bastion ult gets just about nothing. Sean is really close to another window. That could be massive.
I'm also really close to grab.
10% to grab. That could be massive. And shit goes crazy.
And yeah. Forbes kind of flanks and uses his ult on us.
Well, their team throws 4 ults at once. I guess 3 because the windows
damn, that's great. Yeah, they just press Q and 1.
They just press Q. And you guys don't have any responses to it. Where did your response tools go? Did Sean save his lamp?
He used burst.
He wasted burst. That's almost good. That's almost really good. It evaporates, but I don't know how it evaporates. The discipline is really good though. I honestly expected you to throw it out like right now and have it just die. Where does the lamp go? Lamp lands here.
Yeah, I literally threw it in the splooge.
It took a lot of burn damage, but the Alari burst also exploded. So your lamp saved Jason, I think. Yeah, Jay would have died. Jack.
I died anyways.
Well, yeah, Jay also dies anyway.
I used a bubble to cleanse myself. And then I used another bubble, I think, to protect myself. And then I tried shooting the Tor, but I just missed.
I'm trying to... There we go. This is when you're covered by it. Which is like exactly when you bubble, so it's not too big. But yeah, you then fall over.
Yeah. And that's the game.
As a whole, yeah. As a whole. These two people are taking good, nice, safe positioning. Sean is in decent, safe positioning.
I probably could have backed because we had a touch on 2 seconds, so we would have had overtime. So I probably could have backed for a second, then gone for another touch occasionally.
Yeah, and the overtime wick burns for 5 whole seconds too. You can, like, let's suppose you save a bubble. You back up to like the bookstore and you save a bubble. You can run here with a bubble, like pretty much no matter what they throw at you.
And then I grab and then do that.
Yeah, and then it's super winnable.
Yeah.
Instead, you and Jason dance in lava and leave your team in a massively lost fight.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for the VOD review.
Of course. That was
Yeah.
toxic, Revan.
I'm gonna head out.
Alright. GG's.
But thank you for the VOD review. I'll be back on campus Sunday.
Okay.
So if my homework load isn't too bad, I'll probably get on Overwatch for a bit.
Sweet.
If anyone wants to play some games.
What time are you thinking on Sunday?
My dad wants. So, did I tell you about my car?
No.
No, I told Peter. That's right. Yeah. My car just wouldn't start at all on Wednesday. It had a dead battery. So my dad needs to figure out what's going on with my car because it had in 1 year 2 dead batteries, which isn't good.
Sheesh,
so-
Revan.
Jesus. So my dad's gonna have my car looked at, and then he's gonna drive me back to campus Sunday morning. So I'll probably be on campus anywhere from 10 to 12.
Okay. I know.
I can give a better estimate later on.
Yeah, no, you're good. I just know Derek messaged me. I don't know how serious the consideration is, but there's a chance of.
Bro, I was so upset missing that sleep on you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's a chance we look to scrim on Sunday also.
Oh.
So
I would. Oh,
Yes.
Sunday also. So a Saturday and a Sunday scrim.
yeah,
I'd be down for that. I'd like to know tomorrow at some point though.
yeah,
If that's possible.
yeah. We'll let you'll know for sure.
Perfect. That's
It's
good.
still very much up in the air.
Alright, yeah. Hi Jason, hi Helen.
Hello.
Hi.
This made me so mad, Sean.
Alright. I'm actually gonna head out now, but you guys have a good night.
Good night.
Really, Echo Dupe is so obnoxious.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's this, isn't it?
And I think I don't win
Yes,
this,
yes,
do I?
you win. You win this.
Wait, real?
Yes, for real. Bro, I'm literally panicking. I'm like, holy shit. Holy shit.
Damn,
Oh my god, that's crazy! How'd you miss that?
Don't worry,
No, I was muted! No! Oh!
don't worry, I die
We
here.
can still hear you, it's okay.
Alright, don't die here. I die eventually.
sure,
It's
my
just
bro,
something
stop.
stupid.
Bro, you go on for like a while, I think.
Yeah, I think I only have like 1 or 2
The
left.
Reven's back though. The Reven's back.
Oh,
The Reven doesn't play
Sorry.
Genji though. The
Reven, look.
Reven.
Reven, look.
A chest.
Wait, is this a code that you're watching?
Yo,
This was the VOD review today.
Adam.
The
Oh, it was
1v1?
Doom. Did Doom kill me? Yeah, he punched me mid.
The Doom has a name.
Erm.